educational episode of the Myth-Busting Locksmith. Now, for all you genius locksmiths out there who are familiar with these type of hinges and how to adjust them, go make a cup of tea. This video is not for you. This is for newbies in locksmith land and also people who don't fit cupboards for a living and do not otherwise know how to adjust these accordingly. Now the experts have gone away. When I moved into this flat 10 years ago, this handle end of the cupboard, the opening end, had a massive gap. Along the hinge end here had a smaller, bigger gap than it has now, but it had a smaller gap, so it was quite narrow here and it was wide here. And you could feel when you pulled it and tried to pull the cupboard up and push it down, you could feel it wanted to move to be straightened, but I couldn't for the life of me know how to straighten it. Now, there are many rules in life. There is lefty loosen, righty tighty. So when you're doing up screws, you turn it to the right to tighten, you turn it to the left to loosen. When you're doing cupboards, cabinets and drawer locks, it's left lock, right release. So if you're holding your key, you turn it to the left to lock it, you turn it to the right to release it. So if you're picking a lock and you can't work out what's going on, left lock, right release. And it's the same with the cam locks in letterboxes. So it's kind of a general cam lock rule. Right release, left lock. Now, bearing in mind what I was up against first of all, just to go through the process with you, when I tried to straighten this up, I realised these hinge parts here, you couldn't move anywhere because there were holes dug into the actual cupboards to make it nice and flush. You also, if you try to move the screw position in here or even in these, if you moved it slightly, you're only going to move it like this much, you're going to create a double gap. There's not enough gap to move your screw hole, say, down or up, because it's going to create like a double hole, like basically like that, as opposed to that. Now, no manoeuvre on these, so you have to move away from this part because you can't do anything with it. So when you look at these, you can see you can adjust here and adjust here. By loosening these, you can actually move the cupboard drop up or down, but you can't you can't make them go say the top, you can't make it go that way, you can't make the bottom sort of go that way or that way, and you can't make the top go this way or this way. You can only go down or up. The screws you want are these here. Now it's really confusing for me because it goes against everything. Normally you twist it to the left to loosen it, to the right to tighten it. If it's a lock, it's lefty lock, it's righty release. But when you turn these screws, if you turn it to the left, it tightens up the screw, which would pull this point of the cupboard up and in. If you go to the, say one of these, say the bottom screw, if you turn it to the left, it will tighten it up. So it will bring it up and towards the cupboard frame. If you turn it to the right, it will loosen it. So it will bring the cupboard out if you're the bottom one, or it'll bring the top out if it's the top one. So the way I brought this cupboard into line, this is your demonstration door. To be able to make this cupboard go like this, which brought the top towards the top of the frame, and it brought the bottom part out more like this. So the gap that you can see, if this is the door and this is the top here, would go like this. I had to bring this part up, so this had to get tightened in, and I had to loosen this part to allow it to be pulled out. Now the way I did that went against all of the principles of you turn it to the left, you loosen it, because if you turn this to the left, it tightens it. It brings this up and in. Left tightens it. If you turn the bottom one to the right, it releases it. It actually loosens it. So when, and it's so complicated to try and get this right, when I tightened the top one, it brought the cupboard here up, up and towards the hinge end. And when I released the lower one, it allowed the bottom part of this cupboard to come away from the hinge end. So now you have a perfect line. So with your rules of engagement, picking a can, cabinet or cupboard lock, it is, oh sorry, that was out of the way. It's right release, left lock. So anti-clockwise to lock the cupboard or the cam lock or the cabinet or the drawers or the letterbox. It is right to release it, to open it, to unlock it. General screwing, lefty, loosy, righty, tighty. But with the cabinets, it's the opposite of lefty, loose and righty, tighty. It is right will release it and left will lock it. So all you need to do is work out if you want this end to go up, in which case you want to tighten it so it turns to the right, but you have to loosen the bottom on the left. And there you will have, after 10 years, one perfectly aligned and straightened cupboard, which, having trained as a locksmith for 4 years, I have only just learnt. But it's a simple rule and it's an important rule, and I hope this helps everybody. Have a great day.